Good bank holiday morning, Greg.
Do you remember our old intros, Jason, when I say, this is Jason, and this is Greg, and coming up on today, do you remember we used to do that?
Oh yeah, we've stopped doing that.
We haven't
Let's do that.
Okay, let's do it now. Do you want me to start then?
Yeah.
Good morning, loyal viewers. Bank holiday Monday. That's Jason.
And that's Greg. And coming up on today's episode...
I don't think I like that way. Should we just do the other way? Just say good morning again.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good bank holiday morning.
Bank holiday morning to you.
Coming up on today's episode, we have got Mythbusting Monday and classic TV ads. Right, truth be known, Greg, we were going to make this a regular feature, weren't we?
We were, weren't we, Jason?
But it's taken us so long to find a few myths that we've decided it's probably not worth making it a regular feature.
Probably a one-off.
Yeah, maybe every 6 months.
Or is that just a myth?
Oh, see what you did there, Greg. This is a Mythbusting Monday, not a new regular feature. I've got a myth, Greg. Would you like to hear it?
Not a new regular feature?
It's not a new regular feature.
Do you know how I know it's not a new regular feature? Because I paused there, Jason, thinking there's going to be an intro there. But if it's not a new regular feature, then you're just not going to bother, are you? No. Oh, the editing suite.
Over there,
Just not going to bother.
So,
go on then.
Got a myth. I'm going to tell you about it. And
you're right there?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just trying to think of words.
Well, just it looks like it just froze then.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to tell you the myth, and you're going to tell me if it's true or false.
Got a new camera, Jason?
Well, we've got an old camera that we used to use because the other camera isn't working, is it?
Feel free to send any money in because we're really...
But here you go, Greg. Is the Great Wall of China visible from space?
Yes.
Well, that's the myth, isn't it?
Yeah.
That the Great Wall of China is the only man-made structure, visible from space.
Yeah.
Kind of not true. Whilst it is big enough to be visible from space, astronauts say that apparently it is very hard to spot the Great Wall of China because of the way it sits within its terrain and all that kind of stuff, and it's much easier to actually spot things like airports and other big structures that are in open spaces. So it is not the only man-made structure visible from space, although theoretically or technically it is visible from space.
So what's the answer?
It's not the only man-made structure visible from space.
Didn't they say the O2 Arena, the old Millennium Dome in the UK?
I don't know that that's true.
They really pushed that though, didn't they, saying that it can be seen from space because it's that big?
The thing is, I have never been, nor am likely to ever go to space. So I'm never going to actually know my own eyes whether they're visible or not from space. How about you? Have you got a flight booked on one of those Richard Branson...
Well, after the first one?
Flights? Yeah.
No, I haven't. Would you like mine?
Yes, go for it.
Okay then, Jason, you have to tell me whether this is true or
Okay,
a myth or whatever. Walt Disney, when he died,
yes,
he was frozen.
Fact, everybody knows that.
He was frozen, so they thought in future... I haven't finished yet, can you
Sorry.
He was frozen because in the future they thought there might be technology to bring him back alive.
Yeah, it was just his head, wasn't it?
Well, I didn't read about that, but I just read it was him.
Yeah, his head was frozen. Everyone
so you think that's true then?
Yes.
Well, it's not. He was cremated in 1966.
Oh.
So I've just busted your myth, haven't I?
Well, that's a slightly more boring story, isn't it?
Well, what? Then what? The O2 can be seen in...
No, than him being frozen. Oh. That's exciting, isn't it? But actually, in reality, he wasn't.
Would have been great. But then, even now, they wouldn't have been able to bring him back, would they? So
no,
what's the point?
Who knows in the future, Greg? What's going to happen?
Yeah, but 66?
Well, it's not going to happen, is it?
No.
They're not going to bring him back.
No, because he's not there.
No, he's cremated.
Cremated.
Anyway, I've got one more. Humans only use 10% of their brain. Everyone knows that, don't they? That humans only use 10% of their brain. Is it true or false, Greg? Is it a myth or is it true? I mean, I know you only use 5% of yours, but most people apparently only use 10% of their brains. What do you think?
Yeah, that's true.
It's false.
Well, why is it then?
Whilst most little everyday tasks don't take much brain power, the more complicated tasks use up a lot of your brain's computing power.
Can I just say, I'm really glad we'd never do Mythbusting Monday ever again.
Why?
Because it's not exactly thrilling, is it?
I think it's very interesting.
Do you?
Yes. Further to that 10% of the brain thing, it is a myth that has been perpetuated by psychics and mediums who like to tell people that they can use more than 10% of their brain.
Where have you put that dictionary?
What?
The dictionary.
I don't know.
You've had it. Where have you put it?
There is in fact a film, a recent film, was it with Charlize Theron? Where she apparently started to use her brain to its full potential and the world.
Perpetuated.
Anyway, have you got another myth? No?
No, what's perpetuated?
It means kept going.
Oh, I wish you'd stop perpetuating.
You wish I'd stop going? We love a good TV advert, don't we, Greg?
Yes, we do, don't we, Jason?
And unlike the last feature, this could potentially become a regular feature.
Oh yeah, I think we can fill a few more in than 3 myths with adverts.
Yeah. Classic ads, Greg. The 80s had the best adverts, didn't they?
I think the 80s, but I also think the early 90s did as well.
Yeah, because the reason I think is that more people actually watched them. There was a lot less of what they call ad avoidance.
What?
Ad avoidance.
You're very technical today, Jason.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Where you flick through the channels to avoid the ads. Well, they've got wise to that now, haven't they? And they're making ad breaks sort of universal across channels. So you flick through and there's adverts on that channel and that channel.
Very clever.
Yeah. But, to be fair, in this day and age, most of the stuff I watch is on demand. And there are no adverts in the on demand stuff. Which is great. But in the 80s and the early 90s, as you said, Greg, we all tended to watch the adverts, didn't we?
Best part.
And we've chosen one classic ad each, haven't we?
This could become a new section, like you said, because 1 each, and there's millions out there, isn't there?
Yeah.
I could think of a million right now. Well, I could probably think of 3.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Shall I go first?
Go on then.
Do you remember the Yellow Pages, Greg? That was a book that had lots of phone numbers in. Let your fingers do the walking. Exactly, Greg. We tend not to use the Yellow Pages very much now, don't we? Because of the interweb.
Just straight in there and it's done, isn't it?
But they came up with a series of very clever adverts that weren't funny. They weren't funny, but they were touching and moving and...
Who was touching?
No, we're not talking about that.
Oh.
And my favourite of the Yellow Pages adverts, and I'm sure everybody else's favourite of the Yellow Pages adverts, was this one. And it's all about a book called Fly Fishing.
I don't suppose you have a copy of Fly Fishing by J.R. Hartley. It is rather old. It's by J.R. Hartley.
No luck, Dad. Never mind. There's still a few more to try.
Good old Yellow Pages. We don't just help with the nasty things in life, like a blocked drain. We're there for the nice things, too.
You do? Oh, that's wonderful. Can you keep it for me? My name, oh yes, it's J.R. Hartley.
Classic, that one, Jason.
I know, yeah. Lovely, isn't it? My name, yes, is
J.R. Hartley. Isn't it funny though? Just an advert can bring back so many memories.
I know.
It's only an advert.
I know, it's a classic, isn't it?
I mean, they're just trying to sell something.
There was another Yellow Pages advert with a bike, and I think he wanted a new seat for his bike. But I might save that for another classic ads.
Well, mine, I think, is very, very classic because it reminds me of my mum when she used to do this in the morning.
All right.
No, it's nothing rude.
Oh.
It's the Shake and Vac.
The
Do you remember?
Shake and Vac.
Because we all know the song. Even if you're a kid, I'm sure you've heard the song because your parents or grandparents would have sung it. Grandparents? How old are we, Jason?
You do the Shake and Vac.
Freshness back.
Shall I play it?
Do the... What?
The advert.
I'm just going to dance then.
No, shall I play it?
But I wanted to dance.
No, here we go. Here's Greg's classic ad.
Stale smells up here often come from down there in your carpet. Smells from your dog and tobacco too. Well, Shake and Vac from Glade is here. It's all you have to do. Do the Shake and Vac and put the freshness back. Do the Shake and Vac and put the freshness back. When your carpet smells fresh, your room does too. Every time you vacuum, remember what to do. Do the Shake and Vac and put the freshness back. Shake and Vac in 3 fragrances.
It's all you have to do.
You can't help but do that, can you?
It's a classic, isn't it?
I don't know. I mean, of all the adverts to put in, I could have put He-Man in, Thundercats, toys, resting feet. That one just always stands out because that's.
It makes me want to hoover in here, Greg. I'm going to get some shake. Do they even still sell shake and vac?
Well, it's ridiculous, really, the whole idea of it, wasn't it? You throw stuff down
To hoover
to
up.
vacuum it up. If they still do it out there.
But it smells fresh.
Yeah, but does it? I mean, all you
get
need to
some
do now,
Febreze.
Febreze now, and just vacuum over the top of it.
Other air fresheners are available.
Although, you said it drunk then.
Yeah, Imperial Leather didn't send us anything, did they?
Nothing, Jason. In fact, take that episode off.
Anyway, that was the classic ads.
We're doing a car advert next one, aren't we?
Are we?
We're trying to get some.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we should do a camera advert.
Oh, that's a good idea, isn't it? Polaroid, are you out there?
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Kodak. Oh, no, they
Kodak.
don't make cameras anymore either.
Sony.
Yeah,
Top of the
'cause
range.
They need us to promote their stuff, don't they?
Yes, Jason. The 400 people that watch this could be tempted to buy a camera.
Well, look how many Imperial Leather things sold. 3.
3?
I know.
3? That's £3 we've given. If it was on sale.
Well, that's all we've got time for today, Greg, because you have got to get off and do your bouncing job, haven't you? Go on then. Sorry, Cordelia. Wrong again. But we do like this little game.
Yeah, it's only a little
where
bit.
you keep guessing what
No
we
one
do.
else knows what we're talking about.
No.
Someone's just trying to think what me and you do.
Yeah.
And
One of our regular viewers, Cordelia Earl, likes to have a guess at what we do for a living. Now, there are a couple of viewers who know what we do for a living, aren't there? But we do like playing this little game with Cordelia where she guesses what we do. So far, you've been way off the mark. So please do have another guess.
I mean, can you imagine going to a nightclub and I said to you, you can't come in? You'd say to me,
Yes, I can.
and I'd go, okay. After you. I'm no doorman, believe me.
But that is all we've got time for. Greg the Bouncer. In fact, she said, not like a gold yellow Labrador. You are actually more like Bouncer from Neighbours than you are like a bouncer who would stand on a door, aren't you? We'll see you next time on Tea and Toast.
Better than looking like a cocker spaniel, isn't it, Jason?